Dogbert presents How to Beat This Dumbass Team. And now, let's join Dogbert. Hello and welcome. I am Dogbert, and welcome to this special edition of How to Beat This Dumbass Team. Are you a player who has just gotten your first Super Skrull? You just completed Dark Dimension 6? So you have a little Super Skrull, but your arena is being ruled by big Super Skrulls, and you have Skrull envy? Well, I'm here to help you with that Skrull envy. I'm going to help you get up in that arena by giving you some hot Skrull on Skrull action tonight. We got a couple of videos, and maybe even a third bonus video, which I only let my people in my Discord see, that might give some hope to those people who don't have Skrull yet. So with all this said, let's take a look at the videos of this hot Skrull on Skrull action. Before we get into the videos, I want to go over who I'm using on my team. Oh, Green Goblin's there. I must have accidentally bookmarked him. Don't know why he's there. Anyway, here's my Apocalypse. These are all going to be G18 characters. You're going against the top teams. You're going to have everything built. This is Big Boy Apocalypse. 6 red for him. I only have 6 yellow, 5 red on my Black Cat. We don't have her awakened abilities yet. I got a big 6 red, 6 yellow Ghost Rider Robbie there. There's my 5-2 Super Skrull. I did T5 ISO Raidered him. And the final person that we're going to be bringing in on this team, believe it or not, it's Spider-Man Big Time. Yep, we're going to be using him again. I do suggest having a bit bigger one like this. You want him to survive a little bit longer. If he could take an extra hit or two, that's great. If you brought him Dark Dimension 6, well, you don't have to worry about any of this, now do you? So now that I've delayed you again, let's go watch that hot Skrull on Skrull action. Alright, now for our hot Skrull on Skrull action. You see I have Skrull all the way over there in that corner. Apocalypse. We got Big Time there. We put Ghost Rider Robbie next to Black Cat because these two can't get their turn meter rewound when Ms. Marvel Hardlight goes and does her thing on her first turn. Now, one thing I will point out about Super Skrull is you always want 2 villains, 2 heroes. You want that balance. You'd think that would be Thanos. But nope, they did it with Skrull. Anyway, let's go take a look and watch what happens. So what we're going to do here, first turn, is target their Super Skrull and special that Big Boy Super Skrull with our little Super Skrull. You want to get the expose on him. That keeps him from getting safeguard and stuff. And we're going to disrupt, of course, Hardlight with our Big Time Spider-Man. And because we're not using Ms. Marvel Hardlight, that's why our Skrull went first. They have more buffs than us. So this will always work if, against this particular defense, you go first. Now this is actually the worst of the 2 videos I'm about to show you about this hot Skrull on Skrull action. You can see that I actually got my Apocalypse stunned there. No, it looks pretty bad, huh? Watch this. Big little baby Skrull taking up big Skrull. And once that happens, well, that's pretty much almost the end. I did the stun there. Yes, I know I wasted it, but I needed to make sure I chained, and I needed to make sure I took down Apocalypse. That's why I did that. And they pretty much have no chance at this point. I have Apocalypse, I have Skrull, they lose. Okay, get another expose out there. Now you do want to hit the exposes with the Skrull, or hit exposed characters, period, just to help out your Super Skrull. Here goes Apocalypse finally. Remember, he was stunned in this match. Robbie just fell down. He couldn't take it. That didn't matter at all, did it? And now we just have to get through the death proofs. This does take a little bit to get through there, but you can see we have clearly won. And this was the more difficult of the two battles. This was against the Sweaty Chief, by the way. I don't think he wanted to see me selecting characters, so I edited that out. And there we go. That is the first video. Let's move on to the second. Alright, I beat the Sweaty Chief. It's time to beat the clown that we call Echobolo the Clown. Alright, there you can see I loaded it up. Let's skip ahead. God forbid I edit. You can see same kind of basic lineup. They have more buffs, therefore we go first. And we put the ability block on Big Boy Super Skrull over there again. We're just doing the same thing. Now things go a little bit better for me this time. See, we're not losing any kind of turn meter there. They're just trying to beat up over there. It's kind of amazing that Ms. Marvel Hardlight's already out on offense. But she is. And people are saying big time Spider-Man's out of the arena meta thanks to Skrull. I think this is going to change some people's minds. This time we're going to stun their Apocalypse. We almost killed them there. But we have a chance here with Ghost Rider Robbie. We're going to actually ability block their Ghost Rider Robbie so he can't do his big ultimate. Makes it a little bit more easy for us. We got a little bit better RNG here that we got to go before them. And here comes our Super Skrull again. Yep, that's the baby Super Skrull. Just really doing the work. So, I think the moral of the story is, once you get a Super Skrull, taking down another Super Skrull against this defense, pretty damn easy. If you're just not once you learn how to beat this dumbass team. I know what you're thinking. You're watching this thinking, oh great, now I have to beat Dark Dimension 6. There's no hope for me to beat Super Skrull without a Super Skrull. Or is there? Let's take a look at one little bonus video. Now, be aware that this is not a guarantee that it will always work. In fact, it probably won't. You'll probably have more like a 25% chance of winning. But I'm sure you'll want to see it. Alright, this is an older video back before I got Super Skrull, and back when we only still had the 3 yellow green Goblin. Gobby, as we'll call him. So please be aware, now this is on a baby Super Skrull, but I have been successful in this against a bigger Super Skrull now that we have the bigger Green Goblin, which you might have seen in the earlier video how big mine is. But you are going to need a big Green Goblin to even have a chance of this. You're probably going to have to gear 18 them, which I would highly suggest for Dark Dimension 6 anyway. And pretty much this works because Green Goblin does reduce the initial damage of the team that you're going against, and he helps flip the immunity on the Apocalypse, allowing for him to be stunned. You can see it just happened there because he goes in whenever they go. When he has charged, he goes and does his thing. Now, if he can actually survive, it actually makes this a lot easier. Ice might not have a big enough Green Goblin to do it, but this allows us to stun Apocalypse, which is the key here. But like I said, this is not a reliable counter. You will probably lose, but you do have a chance at winning, which is better than what you have now. None. Like I said, probably like 20-25% chance of winning when you're going against a big boy Skrull. Against a little Skrull, actually, the chance is actually more like 80%, believe it or not. The big boy Skrull just puts out too much damage to be that reliable. But here you go, folks. If you don't have Super Skrull, you got yourself a big Green Goblin. You can gear 18 them. Get yourself a big boy Apocalypse. And you actually do have a chance to beat this dumbass team. As we finish it up here, you can see I got pretty well beaten up. This is why you also want a little bit bigger, big time Spider-Man. Let him survive. Let him take a hit or whatever. There we go. Plus he does clear barrier. That's it. That's how you beat this dumbass team, people. Until next time.